But I know you're proud of her, and you should be. But I worry that you're alone right now, and that most of the voices around you are saying things about Ariel's death that you don't think are true. And I agree with you that they're not. That may be one reason why your YouTube channel has been so gratifying, is that we support you. We lit candles, but we lit them in solidarity with you. Not because we thought anything magical was going to happen, except inside our own psyches and each other's. And now, just at the time when I needed the most support for who I am and what I believe about my child, I'm being ignored. Not only ignored, but contradicted in ways that I find at best problematic, at worst, in some cases, dangerous. There's so much anger on so many levels about losing a child, especially within the context of the medical industrial complex. Geez, what you've been through and what you will continue to go through with all those medical bills and so on. The fact you couldn't get time off work, the insurance companies. There's so much unnecessary horror that you've had to go through and will continue to have to go through, because every time you pay one of those bills, it's just another reminder of your loss and the torture you went through, the helplessness to be a parent and not be able to protect a child, the helplessness. So I want you to know that I appreciate your right to anger. I know that. I've experienced that, and I've been able to channel that into social action to try to create a world where that won't happen to anybody else. But I know what it's like to feel so alone. In reality, while people around me want a world of kittens and fluffy clouds and pastel colors, and the world isn't pastel colored. Sometimes it is. But that's not all it is. You have a right to what you feel without guilt or shame. I hope you have some place in the meat world where you can get that support, and if you don't, you have us. You can tell us about it, and we will hear you and we will respect you. And if we don't, if one of us starts whining, the rest of us will dog pack that person. Of course, you know you have a lot of strength. I think we all do, but I think some of us get off a little easier than others and don't realize what we're capable of enduring and transcending. In fact, I think some of us are threatened by the very concept because we don't want to have to work that hard. The pain will come in waves that feel almost as traumatic as the original experience. You guys have been through a trauma. All I could do, once I got past feeling suicidal, all I could do was white knuckle it through those times. Well, I didn't have any support around me. I would have reached out if I'd had it. I don't know if it'll help to reach out or not, because I didn't experience that. We're a flawed, cantankerous, eccentric, eclectic, rambunctious community, if you can even call us a community. Well, I guess the people on your channel, I guess we're sort of a community. And we make a lot of bumbling mistakes. And we will probably say some pretty off-the-wall stuff. It's not enough to say, oh, but they mean well. Because when somebody's stepping on your foot, saying I'm sorry doesn't stop the foot from hurting. But you tell us what you need. I'm getting the word out about the donation site because you're just, jeez. Medical bills and funds for a memorial for Ari. I'm getting the word out about that. I may not be able to contribute money, but I can bring attention to it and work with the publicity on that. It should not be this way, and you know that, and so do I. I'm grateful that I got to know your daughter a little bit. It was nice to watch you parent her through your mother's death, through the fire, through all the medical emergencies and crises, and she was a cool kid. You did a good job. Her sister's going to need some real support. I can't imagine losing a twin. I can't imagine having all of the attention in the family focused so heavily on your twin and having to swallow that. You know, kids are rivals, and your son too. Come back to YouTube when you're ready. I figured you'd come back. Don't know why, but I figured you would. I do not miss Fundy Monster. You're a good guy, dude. Thank you for having made a consistent and amusing and thought-provoking contribution to YouTube through the entire course of this. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for inviting us into your lives and into the processes that you've been going through. I appreciate your intimacy. I appreciate your strength. I appreciate your humor. I appreciate your devotion. And I appreciate what a big, juicy, gooey heart you have. I really appreciate that. It takes real courage to express all that private stuff about your family and put on a puppet show consistently. You're a hell of a dude. Thank you. Let us know what we can do.
to you.